Good evening, students. How are you guys? So, students, we are into the last leg in the concluding session of this chapter. That is chapter number 4, Audit Evidence. So, today we shall be covering remaining topics, some few topics which have been left over. And we shall be doing some case studies. We shall be doing MCQs. We shall be doing descriptive questions. We shall also be discussing how to answer questions, descriptive type of questions in your auditing paper. So first of all, remaining topics and students, we shall also try to revise all what we have learned in this chapter by means of descriptive questions. So when we shall be trying to solve some descriptive question, so we shall also be covering all related aspects related to it. Okay. So guys, any query, please you can send on your BOS mail and not on Zoom chat. Because it would be more convenient for me to check all the queries at one place. Okay. So students, one remaining topic is audit trail. First of all, students, tell me, do you know the meaning of word trail? TRAIL. Clearly keep in your mind spellings of this word. It is trail. It is not trial. Many students write these spellings in their paper. This is trial. This is not trail. This is wrong. The word is trail. Do not confuse it with the trial as used in trial balance. Yes. Anyone who knows the meaning of the word trail, please send your responses on BOS mail. Yes, Tejaswin, yes, you are stating documentation. No, as such, I am asking from you, Tejaswin, is the literal meaning of the word trail. Leave apart documentation. So trail is an English word. So obviously, how do you make sense of it? This is what I am asking. Yes, Pavan Kumar, you are saying sequence of events. Yes, that's true. In the context of auditing, that is true. Anybody else? And guys, give your responses on BOS mail, not on Zoom chat. Yes, yes, Deepak, Amit, Tejaswin, yes, you are writing. Tejaswin is writing किसी का पीछा करना. Yes, that's a good way to understand. Deepak is stating a path usually for walking which is distinguishable. Yes, that is the literal meaning of the word trail. So something, some path, some track, which shows you where to go, which guides you. Okay. So that is the literal meaning of the word trail. Yes, Akshara, Karan, you are all stating pathway mark. Okay, guys. So when you understand things in such a manner, what I'm trying to convey, when you understand things in such a manner, you need not cram those things. Like you have understood the meaning of trail, so it would never go out of your mind that what does a trail mean. Okay. So students, one way of learning the things is that whenever you find a new word, first find its literal meaning. First find what does it mean, what is its actual meaning, and then see uh, the paper, the subject which you are reading it, how it has been used there. Okay. So if you follow this method, guys, I think it would help you. So what is audit trail? So audit trail is a documented flow of transaction. So what is documented? Documented means which is traceable, which is written. Okay. So like some accountant has created an entry from a voucher, from a bill. Okay, like he has created an entry from a sales bill or purchase bill. So the system would show you the date when this original entry was created, at what time it was created, who created it, and subsequently if some changes have been made. Suppose after making an entry on the system, after 10 minutes, I found that I have missed out something in this entry, or I have made a wrong entry. So I change it, or I say something was omitted to be written in the narration to the entry. So I am changing those fields. So this path would show you all changes, all changes in the voucher, all the changes in the entry, who created it, when it was altered on different dates. Okay. So students, you can understand the advantages, the benefits associated with such a possibility, with such a system. Okay. So tell me, what could be the benefits associated with an audit trail? Yes. Now we have understood the meaning of the term audit trail. Tell me, what could be the benefits associated with an audit trail? Yes, guys, give your responses on BOS mail. Yes, authenticity of transaction. Tejaswin, you are writing, maintaining the record. Yes, Pranav, we can use the sequence of transactions taken by predecessor auditor. No, that doesn't make any sense. So trail, Pranav, you have to understand it is part of the accounting system created by the company, created by the management. It is not something that auditor is bringing from outside. It is part of the internal control system created by the organization, which ensures reliable financial reporting. So it strengthens the internal control system of the company, because the management knows which entry was changed by whom, and when it was changed, what were the changes made. First of all, it is helpful to the management. Auditor comes into the picture later on. First of all, it aims at preventing frauds at the company level, at the management level. Auditor comes into the picture later on. Although the name is audit trail, but it is helpful to the management at the first sight. Okay, so like in banks, guys, there is a complete record. Say banks which banks use softwares. So whenever an employee logs in at a particular terminal, so the system creates a record who used that system, who logged in at what time. Okay. Clear, guys? So it would become more clear to you. See this practical audit trail. So this is a screenshot like this. Say there is a voucher created by one person, Meet. Okay, and it was altered also by Meet. So what alteration was made? Now this is how the trail would look like in the system. Like this voucher was originally created on 8th April, or say on, it's probably 4th April, it's not clear. And it was altered on a different date, 15th April. So certain fields have been changed. Okay, so it will show all the changes. So this is how the trail looks like in respect of a voucher. Okay. So obviously such a trail is helpful not only for the management but also for the auditor, because the auditor knows now that if system has a feature of audit trail, then auditor knows now that um, data can be relied upon. It ensures data integrity. Okay. Yes, many softwares available in the market provide this feature. Yes, Manoj, you are writing correctly, Manoj Makwana. And remember, students, that audit trails involve costs also. Costs not only in terms of system upgrade or in terms of system expenditure, but also in terms of analyzing the data. Suppose there is a feature of audit trail in the software used by the company, but nobody is looking at the documented flow of transaction. So obviously this data has to be analyzed if management needs to really wants to make sense of it, or if management wants to take benefit of it. Yes, guys, is this concept clear? You have to understand this much only. This is in your syllabus. What is the meaning of audit trail and how it is beneficial for the management, how it is beneficial for the auditor, and what are the costs associated with it. Okay, so we shall also have a look at your module. So an audit trail is a documented flow of transaction. Okay, it is used to investigate how a source document was translated into an accounting entry, and from there it was inserted into financial statement of an entity. It is used as an audit evidence to establish authentication and integrity of a transaction. So, students, audit trail can also help you in establishing whether the entries were passed on those dates, because the system would throw up the date when the entry was passed, or whether some manipulations have been made near the year end. Okay. So audit trails act as record keepers. Now these are all benefits of audit trails. Audit trails act as record keepers that document evidence of certain events, procedures, or operations, because their purpose is to reduce fraud, errors, and unauthorized use. And audit trails also help to strengthen, also help to enhance internal control system. They can fix the problem areas. They can be used to rebuild certain events, like say some transaction, some entries recorded in books of accounts, and pertaining to some event, then audit trail can be used to actually sequence it, that how it happened. Okay, so audit trail also involve costs, we have just discussed right now. So how these are beneficial to auditors? Systems which have a feature of audit trail inspires confidence in auditor. Okay, it helps auditors in verifying whether controls devised by management were operating effectively or not. So obviously um, it gives credence to the auditor that the controls probably were operating effectively. Okay, so audit trails also help data security, also help increase data security. So ultimately it goes on to increase the reliability of audit evidence. Remember reliability of audit evidence in first lecture we had learned. So this is again related to increasing the reliability of audit evidence. Clear, guys? So since we are discussing about audit evidence, reliability of audit evidence, let us revise one more thing about it. Tell me, guys, I told you something about audit evidence. Whether an auditor obtains conclusive audit evidence or persuasive audit evidence. Yes, Tejaswin, Dipali, yes, persuasive. Ritika, all of you are stating correctly. So this is a keyword, guys, important. Always remember it from examination point of view. Sometimes in paper or in case studies, in MCQ, you may find this word, and if you are not clear about its meaning, then you may end up giving wrong answers. Okay. Yes. Yes. Ritika, auditor obtained persuasive audit evidence. Yes. And Tejaswin, this what you are writing this question, we shall be taking it up also in chapter 5. So this assertion concept is again described in your chapter 5, in upcoming chapter 5, where we shall be taking it up. So you can take this question in next lecture in on chapter 5. Yes. So there is another term, students, management expert, which is used in Essay 500. Management expert. Now, who students remember this is also an important term. It is used in standard on auditing. Okay. So who is a management expert? Management expert, students, is an individual or organization who is having expertise in fields other than, now this is very important, other than accounting and auditing. Market, that is very important. And whose expertise, whose services are used by the entity, used by the company, um, as an assistance for preparation of financial statements. Yes, guys, has it gone into your heads? Now, management expert is not, first of all, he is an expert. He may be an individual, he may be an organization. Okay, the term is not restricted to one person only. It can be any organization, it can be a firm also. And such individual or organization has expertise, has expert knowledge, has expertise in areas, in non-accounting and non-auditing areas, in areas other than accounting and auditing. And the entity, the company uses such expertise to to prepare financial statements. This individual or organization renders assistance in that relevant, particularly in that particular expert domain, for preparation of financial statements. No, Pallavi, like a CEO is who is an engineer. So think like this. You can think, guys. Suppose uh, there is a company, say, engaged in manufacturing of chemicals. Let us assume it. Okay, or such kind of things, and says the company's inventories, much of the inventories, company's inventories remain as work in progress. Okay, say there may be some stocks would always be in machinery pipelines and all that, and such quantities are substantial. So the company hires a expert who has specialized knowledge in estimating such type of quantities, because the management wants to ensure that they want to make um, correct estimation of stocks which remains in work in progress, which remains as work in progress. So they hire a management expert, and he assists them in estimating those quantities, or say at what stage of completion of manufacturing process these stocks are. Okay. Sanya, you are asking a very ticklish question. You are stating, is a CS also a management expert? Like CS, Sanya, he is, you can say, he is expert in law matters. So he is obviously expert in company law matters. Okay. So suppose if if an entity hires somebody who is an expert in reading contracts, in interpreting laws, so that also may take the shape of a management expert. Okay. Yes. So what are the responsibilities of an auditor when an entity uses the services of a management expert? Yes, Pallavi, yes. Yes, Vaishnavi, engineer can be management expert. He can be management expert. Yes, guys, again, send your queries on BOS mail. Do not send on Zoom chat. So when an auditor, when a company uses, yes, Ankit, you are right, someone who has knowledge of a special field. But remember this, that this knowledge should be from fields other than accounting or auditing. Other than accounting or auditing. He should not be an expert in accounting. He should not be an expert in auditing. And rest all his field is wide open. Okay. He can be expert in law. He can be an engineer. Yes. So what are we were discussing the responsibilities of auditor when the company uses the services of a management expert to prepare financial statements in some aspects. Obviously, the overall responsibility of preparation and presentation of financial statement lies with the management. It is not that management is hiring some expert from outside to help them prepare the financial statements. No, that is not the meaning of management experts. So the management expert simply means that he is a person who is expert in his own domain in fields other than accounting and auditing, and his services are being used by the company in certain aspects relating to the preparation of financial statements. Okay. No, Ritika, you are asking cost management. Now, these are two aspects. Now, if you are talking about cost accounting, then obviously it is overall part of accounting. So it falls outside the definition of management expert. And if you are asking how to, if you are trying to correlate it with the concept of managing costs, how costs are to be controlled, then it is to be seen how it is related to the preparation of financial statements. Yes. Yes, Ritika, I have already told you, you have to consider this in the context of definition of management expert. You have to see it is not that one is CMA, he automatically becomes management expert by holding of virtually holding that degree. So they are experts in cost accounting fields. So the term used in SA 500 is accounting. Accounting includes cost accounting. So he should be an expert in fields other than accounting and auditing. Okay. So what are the responsibilities of auditor? So responsibilities of auditor in this regard are to evaluate competence, capability, and objectivity of management expert. So obviously, students, when you know that management has hired somebody, so you would naturally be wanting to know what are his qualifications, what is his domain expertise, because you are going to rely on that aspect of financial statements, which in respect of which that expert has rendered his expertise services. So you have to be convinced about his competence, his capability, and objectivity, that he would be giving his report, or he would be assisting management in an objective manner on the basis of facts. Okay. So Dilip, I think we are stretching this thing too much. Expert is one who is having knowledge in some specialized field. There is no benchmark like a corporate lawyer or a or a lawyer who is expert in reading contracts. He may be expert in his own domain. Or I have told you, an engineer may be an expert in his own domain. Or say an actuary who make valuations for risk assessment. They may be they are experts in their own domain. No, he can't be. CA can't be, because CA is already an expert in accounting and auditing. So it goes against a definition of basic definition of management expert, Pallavi. Okay. So second point is, so we also go through your module to see what are the points. Evaluate the competence, capabilities, and objectivity of management expert. Second is obtain an understanding of the work of that expert. So obviously, if you are relying on the work of some expert, so you would obviously want to know what is his contribution, what kind of services he has rendered, in what aspect. Okay. And evaluate the appropriateness of their experts' work as audit evidence for the relevant assertion. And he would also assess whether the expert's work is relevant to the auditor for verifying some assertion. Okay, like say I had given you example of estimation of stocks of chemicals as work in progress. Okay, so by relying on the management expert, I want to ensure about the say completeness of inventories relating to the work in progress. That all the inventories of work in progress which were required to be included have been included. So these are the responsibilities of management, responsibilities of auditor. Where the management has used the work of management expert for preparation of financial statements. This much you have to understand. This much detailing, students, which I have told you, or which we have discussed, is not expected from you in relation to this topic, even at your CA final level. You can take it from me. You can talk to some CA final student, and I'm sure he would not be able to answer your queries on this topic. Yes. And Tejaswin, yes, you are writing, evaluating the internal auditor and management expert is same. No. Again, Tejaswin, you are confusing it. Internal auditor is again an expert in accounting and auditing. How he is a management expert? Internal auditor's basic function is of auditing. The difference is that he is internal to the organization and he can't express opinions. He is performing most of the procedures which are similar to those performed by the external auditors. Clear, guys? Now, internal auditor Manoj is post uh, specifically designed as such. Okay, CFO, you can't say CFO is an internal auditor. CFO is obviously responsible for the whole finance function of the company. Whereas internal auditor is meant to evaluate, he is meant to his job is meant to assess the finance function. Yes, students, is it clear to you? So students, we shall try to do some case studies which are given at the end of your chapter. Yes, guys. Is the case study visible to you? Yes. Is the case study visible to you? Bhavna, you are asking why auditing and accounting expert not be management expert? Because it has to be understood that this term has been specially coined for those services which are apart from accounting and auditing. Accounting is internal to an organization. So there can be some technical aspects in which in respect of which management um, may want to take services of an outside agency to present the accounting information, financial information in a reliable manner. Okay, so that is the purpose of this definition. Yes, you can read the case study, guys. Or if you are having hard copy of the module, you can also read it from there, or you can see it online. So students, while answering questions, please do not see the answers because it would entirely defeat our objective. It is going to harm you. Okay. Say if you see the answers given at the end and you write the correct answers, so you would not gain anything just by copying it. So I would request you with folded hands not to see the answers. Okay, just try to answer from your own knowledge, from your own understanding. Only then you will be able to evaluate yourself, to assess yourself. Yes, guys, you have read the case study or some you need some more time. So, guys, whenever you read the case study, the first thing is to go through it once quickly. जिसको हिंदी में हम कहते हैं ना नजर निकालना, नजर से निकालना. Quickly go through, have a quick glance, and then read it carefully. So, what happens is that when you make it a quick glance, say in few seconds, you get to know that this case study relates to this topic. So some sort of confidence, some sort of or no confidence comes into your mind whether you are going to attempt it at the first sight or you are comfortable with it or not. Okay. So it is fairly short case study, not a lengthy one. It only consists of 3 and 3.5 paras. So guys, anything you have not understood about this case study, some language or something, you can still ask me before we proceed towards questions. Any line which you have not understood, you can ask from me by sending mail on BOS portal. Yes, Sanya, you are asking sale of bedspreads means bedspreads are nothing, bed sheets. Sanya, simple. Bed sheets, which are which are there on your beds on which you sleep. It is another name for bed sheet, bedspreads. Sale means sales. Yes, Tambeshwari third party. Third party means with somebody else, not the company, not the management, somebody else. Yes, Deepak has answered question number 1. So we'll let us see what the question number 1 is. Which of the following statements is most appropriate regarding inventory count by the auditor in accordance with SA 501? No, Ritika, small time retailer means retailers who have small businesses. Like we say, na, he is a small time guy. We say like this in ordinary language. He is a small time chap. He doesn't have enough money. Small time retailer means who are having some shops and they are doing some petty business. Yes. What about question A? Yes, few answers have come, but not everybody. So guys, take some more time. Tejaswin, Dilip, Deepak, Ritika. Ritika has not answered. Nitin, Ankit have answered. Yes, what about others? So remember, guys, this question is about SA 501. It is written in the question itself. Now, when we had understood SA 501, we had learned that SA 501 relates to auditor's responsibility in relation to existence and condition of inventories. Yes, Ankit, you are writing correctly. So guys, give your answers on BOS mail, not on Zoom chat. I am not seeing those answers which are on the Zoom chat. Yes. So these are the twin responsibilities pertaining to existence and condition. So the auditor sees the existence and condition of the inventories. So which procedures he undertakes in this respect? He attends physical inventory count unless it is impracticable. He evaluates management instructions for carrying out physical inventory count. He observes a company's personnel carrying out those physical inventory counts. He performs test counts also. Okay, and he reconciles those results with the stock records. Okay, so what is written here? What was the description? Drishti is conducting audit of a company engaged in manufacturing of towels and bedspreads. Okay, the company is having its own manufacturing setup. It also gets some manufacturing processes outsourced from third parties. It means that some of the manufacturing is taking place in the company and some part of it is also got done from the outside. Some processes, okay, like some dyeing activities may be outsourced from an outside dyer. It just means that. Okay, the company has 3 locations having substantial quantities of inventories in the same city. Now company has 3 locations in the same city and they are having substantial quantities of inventories. Besides, due to outsourcing of some processes, inventories are also in the premises of third parties in the same city. So some stocks are also lying with the third parties. Obviously, say as on balance sheet date, the stocks may have moved out from the factory premises of the company for carrying out some processes like I had given you the example for dyeing. Okay, so these some stocks may be lying with the dye houses. Okay, so as part of the audit procedures, she is performing many audit procedures required by different standards on auditing. Okay, so one standard on auditing is SA 501, which in part deals with auditor's responsibilities relating to existence and condition of inventories. And other 2 things to which it relates is it is completeness of litigation and claims involving the entity. So we are revising it. And third is segment information. Remember? So guys, these 3 things, whenever SA 501 comes to your mind, do not forget. Always keep in your mind. Always try to refreshen up your mind with these 3 things while eating, while just thinking, remembering. Just go on revising, keep on revising in your minds. Okay. In particular, She is attending physical inventory count process of the company at year end in accordance with requirements of SA 501. The inventory of the company includes raw material consisting of natural and dyed yarns. So fabric, obviously the company is engaged in manufacturing of towels and bedspreads, and for this yarn is the basic raw material. Okay, natural means yarn comes in its natural colors, that is white, and dyed means some gray color, off white, black, red, blue. Okay, work in process in different stages of manufacturing and finished stocks of towels and bedspreads. So all the three types of inventories are there. So tell me which of the options is the most appropriate, which best fits into the auditor's responsibilities in accordance with SA 501. First, we would see option B. So she should inspect the inventory to ascertain its existence at all locations. That is correct. She should inspect the inventory to ascertain its existence at all locations. Observe how company personnel are carrying out count procedures and perform test counting. That is also correct. The matter of condition of inventories falls in the domain of expert. This responsibility is to examine existence and condition of inventories in accordance with SA 501. So option B is ruled out because of this wrong line. Okay. And what is option C? She should inspect the inventory to ascertain its existence at selected location. At selected location, matlab, it means there are 3 locations, but he would select only some location. Whereas in the case study it is mentioned that inventories are lying in substantial quantities at location at the 3 locations. And observe how company personnel are carrying out count procedure. This is correct. And perform test counting. This is also correct. So first part is only partly correct. The matter of condition of inventories falls in domain of experts. Again, this is wrong. So this option is also wrong. C. Now third option is D. She should inspect the inventory to ascertain its existence and condition at all location and perform counting of each and every item. This is also wrong. He has to perform test counting. Obviously, he can't make a count of each and every item. Okay, so it may take him many days, or say it can take him a month to, if he intends to count each and every item. So what remains is option A, which is correct. So which is most appropriate out of these 4? So you have to see what is written here: most appropriate, true, false, which best fits, or odd man out. So you have to see. Sometimes students, we arrive at the correct answer, but we mark it wrongly. So this also happens. So what is option A? Option A is she should inspect the inventory to ascertain its existence and condition at all locations. That is correct. Observe how company personnel are carrying out count procedures. That is also correct. And perform test count. That is also correct. So many of you, or I would say most of you, have answered it correctly. Okay. So first option is, answer is A. Now second is, as regards inventories lying with third parties, which of the following statements is correct? Which of the following statements meets requirements of SA 501? So again, the question is based upon SA 501. So what we had read in SA 501 was that when inventories are lying with some third party, then the auditor would obtain confirmation from third parties regarding say quantity and condition of inventories. Okay. Or he may ask the third party to allow her to allow him to allow the auditor to inspect inventories or to perform other audit procedures like inspection, but both the conditions are not necessary. The auditor can perform either of these conditions or either of these procedures or both of these procedures. Okay. So we again go through SA 501. We again go to SA 501 to see what is there. Yes. When inventory under the custody and control of third party, what will the auditor do? When inventory under the custody and the control of a third party is material to financial statements, the auditor shall obtain audit evidence regarding existence and condition of inventory by performing one or both of the following. He can use either this procedure or both of this procedure. It is not compulsory for him to perform both these procedures. So he may request confirmation from the third party and stop there, or he can perform inspection and other procedures in conjunction with it, in combination with it. Okay. Or he can perform both these procedures. So there is one or both. Okay. So what should be the answer here? She should request confirmation from third parties regarding quantity and condition of inventories. This is correct. Held on behalf of the company, as well as request third parties to allow her to inspect inventories held by them. Both requirements are necessary to be complied with. Sorry. So this is incorrect. Both requirements are not necessary to be complied with. She can stop at after complying with one requirement. Okay. Second is, she should request confirmation from third parties regarding quantity and condition of inventories, or request third parties to allow her to inspect inventories. Compliance of any of these or both is required. So this is correct. This is right. This is in accordance with what is written in SA 501. Yes. There is no obligation upon an auditor in respect of inventory lying with third parties. That is totally incorrect. Obligation exists. It is clearly written in SA 501. Okay. She should request confirmation from third parties regarding quantity, condition, and value of inventories. How value comes in the picture? How third party would be knowing that what is value of this thing? Okay. So B is the correct answer. Yes, Karan, you are stating, is it practically possible to meet physically at all location, even if they are in the same city? Karan, your framing is probably not right. What you are trying to say is not clear. So when we will be opening Zoom interaction, when you will be unmuted, you can ask there. I would clarify to you. Yes, B. Kiran Kumar, you are stating for audit report, balance sheet date, date of inspection, there will be gap. Yes. So that gap data would also be obtained by her. That's true, Kiran Kumar, but you have to understand that you have to select from the options which is given there. Options may not be may not be giving you a perfect answer, but you have to choose between the from the options. What is the most appropriate from the given option? Yes, Tambeshwari, you are stating D. Why D is option? Probably you are saying for question number two, because it contains the word value. So we had learned in essay 501 that question is about essay 501. Auditor is concerned with value of inventories. He would be no doubt testing valuation of inventories. He would be testing valuation assertion. But SA 501 doesn't talk about valuation. It doesn't talk about method of valuation. It only talks about existence and condition of inventories. So question 2 answer is B. Ankit, question 2 correct answer is B. Yes, Kiran Kumar, that's fine. Third. Yes, keeping in view description regarding trade receivables, identify the most appropriate statement in context of SA 505. Yes, what should be the answer, guys? So what was the description? In the case study relating to this, that the auditor is planning to send confirmation to certain trade receivables to whom the company has sold goods. So on seeing the schedule of trade receivable, she sees that there are a large number of parties having small balances. And she sees that these are petty shopkeepers, petty guys, and the risk of material misstatement is quite low. That there would be difference between the company's books of accounts and what is appearing with these small time retailers. And her past experience also tells that small time there is no probably experience that small time retailers would disregard such requests. Now the what is this description all about? This this description is all about negative confirmation requests, all the four conditions which we have read in SA 505 regarding negative confirmation requests. So it is an ideal fit case for negative confirmation requests. So option D is the right answer. Yes, all of you are writing correctly. Ritika, Tejaswin, all you are writing correctly. Nitin, meticulously means precisely, carefully. Say like Nitin is doing some work meticulously. He takes care of everything that nothing goes wrong. This is the meaning of meticulous. Yes, Tejaswin, you are saying para 3 last line. Para 3 last line. Yes, besides, there is nothing to suggest that small time retailers would disregard such requests. It means that in past also she has sent such requests, and she didn't find anything unusual. It is again one of the last condition of using negative confirmation requests. If you see SA 505 correctly, Tejaswin. Yes, yes. Yes, Amit, relevance of negative confirmation is like, say, if there are, say, 100 parties with small balances, so auditor doesn't want to waste time, say, on sending positive confirmation requests and receiving their responses. So he sends a negative confirmation request that, guys, if you only respond if you do not agree with that balance. Okay, so that is the logic behind it. That is why it is written here that this is used if there are homogeneous balances of small balances. Okay, next. As regards sampling, which of the following statements is most appropriate in terms of requirement of SA 530? Now the auditor wants to use sampling. Okay. So which of the following is true about sampling in accordance with SA 530? Now see all the four options. Which of the following statements is most appropriate in terms of requirements of SA 530? Yes. Many of you are writing correctly. Sanya, Tejaswin, Dilip, Akshara. Sampling is used in test of details as well as test of controls. Here the question is just tricking you. Very simple, free marks. Okay. But the point is that you need to have clarity in your mind regarding what does tests of transaction mean, what do tests of balances mean, and what do tests of detail means. Test of controls is clear from the name itself. Now we had read in chapter 4 that tests of details consists of tests of transactions and tests of balances. This I had told you are broadly related to P&L items, and this is related to balance sheet items. So obviously, sampling can be used both in case of tests of transactions as well as in case of tests of balances. So these both are comprised within the term tests of detail. So always students keep in your mind the fine distinction between these terms, because you won't be having much time in your exams to be wasted. uh, you won't have luxury of time to be wasted in such a manner on such petty things. So the terminology being used should be crystal clear to you. So keep on revising in your mind what is test of detail, what is test of transaction, what is test of balance, what is occurrence, what is existence, what is assertion, what is completeness. Keep on revising in your mind. Okay. Question number 5. Since she intends to rely upon sampling extensively, which of the following is statements is true about sampling risk? This seems to be a mixture of what you have read in chapter 3 and what you have read in chapter 4. Yes, Dilip, Aisha Bano, Rishita, Vaishnavi, Amit, Tejaswin, Nitin, Pallavi, Ankit, all of you are writing correctly. So the point is clear to you that sampling risk is always there. We can't eliminate it. So answer is option D. Sampling risk can't be eliminated. It would always be there. If if it was possible to eliminate sampling risk, then audit risk, then in consequence, audit risk can also become zero. But we know that this is not going to happen. Audit risk can't be eliminated. Okay. And these B and C are also wrong options. These are wrongly worded, wrongly framed. Yes. Yes, students, tell me the case study is clear to you. This is how, students, you have to practice the case study. First, read the chapter, understand the concepts. Then while practicing case study, first go it through once in few seconds. Then read it intensively with complete focus, and then test the knowledge which you have acquired, the knowledge which you have gained by answering the questions, and do not get lost, do not get disheartened if you answer some of the questions which are given at the end of the case study, because it would enhance your learning process. Never see the answers first, because it would lead to cramming. You would never be able to apply your own mind. So in exam, students, always remember the same ditto case study is not going to come. The concepts would be same, but the phrasing, the word, the situation would be all different. So So students, build on your concepts, and develop your ability to apply those concepts to the situations, and you would find that everything is in order. That after doing practice of say 5-10 case studies, you would find that your strike rate has gone up to more than 80-85%. This you can take it from me. If you have conceptual clarity, if you have understood the things in right manner, um, there is uh, there is nothing to suggest that you would mark the answers wrongly in your paper. You take it from me that you would definitely mark the answers correctly if you have you if you do those things, you study in such a manner which I am trying to tell you, which I am trying to make you understand. Yes, Tejaswin, you are saying, can we do case study 2 as well? Why not? Read this case study. Very short case study. Yes, Palvi, we shall be coming to descriptive questions. I have chosen some descriptive questions from last year papers and MTPs. So we shall be doing some descriptive questions. Yes, read this case study. Fairly short, simple, easy case study. Yes, read it, guys. Yes, you have read the case study. Fairly simple, 5 points, 5 one-liner points, and there are 5 questions. Yes, Nitin has quickly answered question number 1. So what is question number 1? As regards description given regarding verification of bills debited in machinery repair account, identify what she intends to perform. Yes, what should be the answer? Now there is a machinery repair account in the books. She plans to verify some bills of machinery repair, some entries in machinery repair account with the bills. The purpose is to ensure that bills are entered correctly and classification is proper. So identify what she is trying to do. Yes, everybody is stating correctly. And what about you, Nitin? How you are stating this? These are answer is C. So again, remember what I've been telling you right now, just now. The tests of transactions relate to income and expenditure items, transactions which have happened. Balances means which are appearing in the balance sheets, the net results of transactions which have accumulated. Like trade receivable is a balance, trade payable is a balance, Cash and bank balance is a balance. Inventories are balance. And tests of transactions are, sales, purchase, wages, salary, administrative expenses. So the things we do to test these transactions are known as tests of transactions, and tests we do to test balances are known as tests of balances, and combinedly together these are known as tests of details. So do not get confused with the term balance. Like I say, tell me the balance of machinery repair account. Obviously, this is a balance, but in the context of auditing, it is not used in that sense. In auditing, we use the term transactions and account balances. Yes, Nitin, is it clear to you? Second, identify which type of assertion she intends to focus when she wants to ensure genuineness of trade receivables. So what she intends to do? She plans to verify that all balances appearing under trade payables are genuine and not fake. So yes, what should be the answer to second? Yes, Ankit. Ankit Mishra, yes, you are right. Tambechuri, you are also right. Dilip, you are also right. The answer is existence. Second, C. And Nancy, how you are writing B? Cut off kahan se aa gaya? From where cut off has come? She wants to verify that trade payables are genuine, that these exist. These are not fake. In the case study itself, it is written that it is these are not fake. How you are stating cut off? Okay, Nancy, probably you are answering for question number 1. Okay. So for question number 1, the answer is right. Test of transactions. Okay, so you are writing for question number 1. Okay. Pallavi, how you are stating for question number 2, answer is A. So while doing assertions, we had learned that the term occurrence is used for transactions and not for account balances. The meaning of both is same. Understand, guys, these small technical things. We say that a purchase transaction has occurred. In respect of purchases, the auditor verifies occurrence assertion. Whereas in respect of, say, trade payable, in respect of a creditor, we say that whether this balance exists or not. Meaning of both is same, but the terminology used is different. So for trade payable is an account balance. Remember, trade payable, trade receivable, property, plant and equipment. These are all account balances. So the terminology used for assertions in such cases in respect of account balances is existence, not occurrence. Yes, Pallavi, is it clear to you? Accuracy, again, Akshara, is an assertion related to transactions. To What are the assertions? You can check from module chapter 4 in relation to account balances. Existence, completeness, rights and obligations, valuation and allocation. Yes. Third, as regards comparison of wages of current year and last year, and comparison of relationship of number of employees and wages paid in both years, what she is trying to do? She is making certain comparisons. So obviously she is performing analytical procedures, substantive analytical procedures. Third answer is D. Fourth, in case of examination of title deeds of land, which of the following is the most appropriate description of such a procedure? Now, she is just going through the title deeds. Title deed means a piece of paper which gives um, uh, which shows that a concern, that an entity, a person is the owner of something. Okay. So title deeds of land, which we in normal language call as registry. Okay. It can be conveyance deed, title deed. So what she is doing? Fourth answer is B. Inspection. She is just inspecting that document. Fourth answer is B. Inspection. Ankit, you are saying that you are in dilemma between existence and occurrence. There is no dilemma. Both the things, although meaning wise, both denote same thing, but for transactions, like for purchases, sales, expenditure, we use the term occurrence. And for balances, we use the term existence. Like for trade receivable, trade payables, we use the term existence. There is no question of dilemma. And how, guys, many of you are okay, you are stating third. Okay, fourth is correct. You are stating inspection. Tambeshwari, this I had already explained to you. Difference between observation and inspection. Inspection means to see some document or to examine some asset, but you can also inspect machinery. But say, but when you do people doing some work, or when you see some process being performed, you observe it. So this is the difference between inspection and observation. Yes, fourth B. Yes, Rishita Pundir. Yes, you are also right. Nancy, you are also right. Karan Kumar, yes. Bhavna, all of you are right. Pranav, you are also right. Yes, and fifth, she wants to verify whether conversion of foreign currency into Indian rupees is proper or not. Identify what she is trying to do. Obviously, she is just seeing that whether calculations made are correct or not. She is just recalculating. Like the invoice has been raised in foreign currency. Obviously, some exchange rate has been applied. So she is just calculating whether 1000 into 80, okay, has been correctly arrived at or not. No, no, Sanya, re-performance is something else. Re-performance means doing something, doing again, performing some control which was already performed by the entity. Okay. And whereas recalculation relates to the checking just mathematical accuracy. Yes. So guys, we shall be taking a short break for 5-10 minutes. Do not go away. We'll be back soon. Yes, a break for 5-7 minutes, Manish. Yes, welcome back, students. Yes, so before I speak, is Tejaswin, you have already answered. So, guys, I have selected few questions. So we shall see how these descriptive questions these are to be answered in your exams. So read these questions, friends. Integrity Industries Limited is engaged in petrochemical business. Due to very nature of its business, it has engaged a reputed firm of chartered engineers to arrive at quantities of inventories for preparation of financial statements. SA 500 casts certain responsibilities upon an auditor for relying upon work of such management experts. State those responsibilities. Now, the question is straight. It is asking from you only the responsibilities of the auditor when a company uses the work of management expert for preparation of financial statements. So you have to write only those 3 points which we have just discussed, like he object likes evaluating the competence, capability, and objectivity of management's expert. See whether the management experts work is appropriate by going through the work. Okay, so these are the 3 points which you have to write. So I'll show you. Yes. Probably I'm not able to find out, guys. Yes. These are the 3 points. Evaluate the competence, capability, and objectivity of that expert. Obtain and understanding of work of that expert, and evaluate the appropriateness of that expert's work as audit evidence. So you have to write this para as an answer to that, as an ideal answer. And remember, guys, say in every paper of in every CA paper, there is a stepwise marking. You are given you are given credit for every correct point you have written. Okay, so like say if this question is of say 3 or 4 marks, so obviously each point would be carrying its weightage, 1 mark each. Say, say if a student has written 2 correct points, he is not able to remember the third point. So he would be given credit of 2 marks. Okay. It is not that you have to write each word uh, as it is written in your module, but you have to state the essence of that. Like obviously you would be, you won't be in a position to use some other words for competence, capabilities and objectivity. Obviously you would have to write these words as such. Okay. And second is obtaining understanding of management expert works. So obviously in your online write whatever you can. And third point, also you can write in your own language. But but the key words which you have to write, like the paper checker would be looking for these 3 keywords: competence, capabilities and objectivity. So while preparing, you have to remember, you have to understand, you have to find it from yourself, from your knowledge base, that which are the hallmarks, which are the important things. Yes, Ritika, is it clear to you how questions are to be answered in the exam? So one sample question we have taken. Now we take another question. See question number 2. Read this question. Question number 2. And one more thing, guys. Do not get frightened by the length of the question. The lengthier the question, I can tell you with confidence, the lengthier the question, easier it would be. Because why? If the question is a lengthy one, so it would be giving you many clues. It would be, you can say in auditing language, it would be giving you some trail, some path. It would be showing you some path. So do not just leave question by seeing length of it. Yes. So guys, tell me first what this question is all about. Later on, we shall be coming up with the answer. We shall be discussing the answer. First of all, tell me what this question is talking about. Which essay is involved? First of all, tell me. Yes, essay 501. Very much right, Tambeshwari, Pranav. So, auditor's duty is to see, in accordance with essay 501, that segment information is disclosed properly in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. So the question is asking from you to state examples of matters which may be relevant to CAZ in this regard. Like how allocations have been made between different units, how sales between different segments have been accounted for. So these are written there in your essay 501. Now these are examples of matters which which may be relevant to obtain an understanding of the methods used. So you have to write, you can write these four or anything which is logical. Okay. Yes. Clear, guys? Question number 3. Yes, read this question. Question number 3. Straightforward question directly relating to essay 505. Rather, we have discussed it partly in case study also. So, students, the point is that when you do the things in a complete manner, holistically, when you understand the concept, then it builds up your knowledge base. It would help you in solving your case studies, in your MCQs, and in answering descriptive questions. So if you have mastered a topic, then all questions relating to it in whatever form can be answered by you with ease. Like we have just done case study also having issue on this area. Now there is a descriptive question on this area. And do not go while answering, students, do not go by the length of the answer. What matters is the content. Like in a 4 marks question, you won't be you won't generally you won't need to write more than 2 paras, a little bit more than half an page, that's all, or at the most 1 page in some questions. So if you have written the points correctly, you would be getting marks according to the points which you are writing. So see, the question has 2 parts. CAX is considering to use negative confirmation requests as sole substantive audit procedure to verify certain account payable balances reflected in financial statements of a company. Similar to what we have just now done in the case study. So which conditions need to be present to use negative confirmation request as stated above? So first of all, you need to state those 4 conditions which need to be present as described in SO 505. What are those conditions? Like homogeneous small balances, there is no past experience of such persons disregarding requests, risk of material misstatement is low. Okay. And Tambeshwari, what you are writing, this is a negative response. No. First, see what is the demand of the question. So I'll take you where the answer is there in your module. So it is essay files 505. Now we come to negative confirmation requests. Negative confirmation. So same line is written here. The auditor shall not use negative confirmation request as sole substantive audit procedure unless all of the following are present. So all these four should be present. If all these four conditions are present, then auditor should use negative confirmation requests. So you have to write all these four conditions. So obviously this every one of these points would be carrying weightage in accordance with the marking scheme. And what is the second part? Second part is he is of the view that negative confirmation provides same level of persuasive audit evidence as in case of positive confirmation. Do you agree with this point? This viewpoint is not correct, because if somebody doesn't respond, it does not provide the same level of comfort when somebody has responded. So therefore it does not provide same level of persuasive audit evidence as in case of positive confirmation. So you have to write the reason. So it is also written here. If failure of a confirming party to respond to a negative confirmation provides significantly less persuasive audit evidence than does a response to a positive confirmation request. Because why? This is the reason which I have told you in simple language. No, it won't be conclusive, Tejaswin. It will be less persuasive than evidence received from positive confirmation requests. Exception rate, Pranav, means possibility of variance. Okay. Clear, guys? So even a student, say if he fails to answer this part, so he would be given due credit for answer written for this part. So if you have left out something because you do not know or you have written wrong answer by mistake, it doesn't mean that your whole answer would be crossed. No, this is not how the papers are marked, students. I want to make you very clear. The every student gets a credit for every correct point which is answered by him or her. Okay. Yes, Sai Kiran Kumar, you can raise it later on. You can raise your query later on Zoom after we are done with this descriptive part. Yes, probably you have sent your query on the mail, Kiran. How to differentiate if a party chosen to give no response? How it will be treated as acceptance or how? If you are talking about negative confirmations, then the auditor is, while designing negative confirmation, he is asking them to respond only if they disagree with the information. So if a party does not respond, the auditor presumes automatically that information is correct. But since the party has not responded, the design of negative confirmation request is such that party is required to respond only if they disagree with the information. That is why we say that the evidence they provide is of less significance, is of less persuasive in nature, because we are unable to differentiate whether he has responded, he has not responded due to a negative confirmation request or due to some other reason. Okay, is it clear to you, Kiran? Yes. Now question number 4. See question number 4, guys. Yes, he will get in dilemma in this situation. That is why we say that negative confirmation requests provide less reliable audit evidence. That is why there are stringent conditions laid for negative confirmation requests to be used. Generally, positive confirmation requests are used, and when these 4 conditions, all 4 are present, only in those circumstances negative confirmation requests are used. Yes. Question number 4. How you would answer this, guys? Question number 4. Yes. Yes, Nitin, you are right. The question relates to SA 520, but you have to comment on the approach. The auditor is using substantive analytical procedures, one for testing relationship between sales and cost of sales, and for testing rights over certain assets forming part of account balances. Comment on his approach along with reasons. Now it has 2 parts. One part is for testing relationship between sales and cost of sales. He is using substantive analytical procedures. Second part is when he is using substantive analytical procedures for testing rights over certain assets forming part of account balances, like for PPE, for trade receivables. Yes, only one answer has come. What about others? How you are going to write answer to this question? Yes, yes, guys, only one answer has come. What about others? Yes, Sanya, you are right. What about second point? So the auditor is testing relationship between sales and cost of sales by performing substantive analytical procedures. So obviously such procedures would be useful in testing such a relationship, because the relation between sales and cost of sales is has a they have got a logical predictable relationship. So but for testing rights of certain assets forming part of account balances, whether substantive analytical procedures would be useful. So whether by making some sort of analysis, I would be able to know about, say, company's rights over some assets, whether company on those assets. Can some analytical tool help me in doing so? No, this has to be done by perusing the documents, by going through the documents, by carrying out inspection. So SA 520 states that for testing rights of certain assets, substantive analytical procedures are not of much use. These are not useful. Okay. So therefore, in respect of first point, CAM's approach is proper, and in respect of second point, CAM's approach is not proper. So in paper, you have to write this type of language. Okay. Now let us see question 5. Yes. Again, guys, what's happening? Same question on the topic which we have discussed in the case study. What the question is all about? Which essay is involved? Quickly, guys. Which essay is involved? First of all, tell me. Yes, 501. So again, this question is in respect of inventories lying with third parties. So we have just read that if inventories are in the custody of third parties, these are lying with the third parties, then the auditor has to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence regarding the existence and condition of inventories by performing one or both of the procedures which are written in SA 501, like obtaining a confirmation regarding existence and condition of inventories and performing inspection or other procedures which are there, like using the services of auditor of that third party, or inspecting. Okay. So next week question is question number 6. Now tell me, guys, first of all, this question relates to which? Yes, correct. All of you are writing correctly. SA 550. Okay. So what the question is asking from you? So how? So sometimes students, we fail to understand what is the demand of the question. So the question is asking from you example of records that may provide information about related party information, relationships and transactions. Okay. So how an auditor would come to know about the related party information and transactions? Like from income tax returns, from members registers, from minutes of the meetings, okay, from internal auditors report. So from previous year financial statements. So these all the points are written in your module. These are all the points. So it is not necessary that you need to remember each and every one of it. Obviously, in under examination conditions, you would be remembering only some of these. That's okay, that's fine. Okay. So obviously the marking scheme would not be such as to write 10 points. Obviously, it would be uh, about 5 points if the question is of 5 marks. Okay. But the point is, the issue is whatever you are writing, that should be correct. Okay. Yes, yes, guys, clear. So there are some MCQs also, students. Take a quick look at these MCQs. Which of the following statements is false regarding substantive analytical procedures? Yes, question number 1. Quickly, guys, yes. Which of the following statements is false? Read the word carefully. False regarding substantive analytical procedures. No, no, Nitin, you need not write in detail about SA 550. The question is just asking from you to write those points from where you can gather related party information. Which of the following statements is false regarding substantive analytical procedures? Yes, answer is B. Such procedures, this is wrong. Such procedures are more appropriate when relationship between items of data are predictable. Here it is written unpredictable. And Amit Biswas, how you are writing A? This is correct. The question is asking from you false. Such procedures are obviously more useful for income statement accounts. It is written there in SA 520. Such procedures are more effective in providing evidence regarding assertion relating to completeness. It is also correct, written in 520. Effectiveness of such procedures can be affected by the how much breakup of the data is available. That is also correct. So first option is B. Yes. Question number 2. Very simple. Quickly, yes. Question number 2. What the auditor is doing? Very simple, yes. What should be the answer to question number 2? Yes, answer is C, correct. Trend analysis. It is not ratio analysis. Jaswin, you are writing it wrongly. Go through the module and see what is the when you compare the information of one year with another, although it is an analytical procedure, but within analytical procedures, it is a trend analysis. It is not a ratio analysis. Okay. Yes, Rishita, you have also written correctly. Dipali, Nitin and Nancy, you have all of you have written correctly. Number 3. Yes, the process of dividing a population into subpopulations, each of which is a group of sampling units which have a similar characteristics, is called as. Yes, what this is known as. Yes, Kiran Kumar, you have answered it rightly. It is known as stratification. Everybody is writing correctly. Stratification. It is not interval sampling, Bhavna. Read the meaning of stratification and interval sampling. Interval sampling is not does not denote the things in monetary value. Okay. As the name suggests, select item after a certain interval. Yani it means like for example, select every 20th item. Okay. Which of the statements is false regarding sampling? False regarding sampling. So 3 statements are true, but which of the statements is false? Yes. Yes, all of you are writing B. That is correct. Dilip, Sanya. Nitin, how you are writing D? This anomaly definition is as per SC 530. This definition is correct. This statement is not true. Audit sampling can be applied by statistical as well as non-sampling approach. As well as non-statistical approach. Yes, Manish, you can unmute on Zoom. Manish. Yes. Yes. Yes, स्टूडेंट्स आप जूम पे कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं? If anybody wants to ask on Zoom, you can ask. Yes, Hardik.
Sir,
हाँ,
good
good
evening, sir.
evening.
Sir, I have one doubt in relation to valuation of inventories. Sir, valuation of inventory is not there in SA 501. Then, sir, which SA we have to refer for it?
No, there is no separate essay as such relating to valuation of inventories. Now, it is an assertion which has to be tested. So there
Okay.
is a accounting standard, as you know, AS2.
AS2, yes,
Okay.
sir.
So obviously it falls within the general responsibilities of auditor to see whether the financial statements have been prepared in accordance with accounting standards.
Okay, sir. And,
Okay.
sir, employee benefit expense will be a part of financial statements?
Yes, financial statements includes balance sheet and statement of profit and loss.
So, sir, it will be covered under like
It would be
account
covered.
balances.
It is an expenditure item. Employee benefit expenses means salaries, wages, um, employees contribution to PF. These all things would come under employee benefit expenses. It is an expenditure item, P&L item.
So, class of transactions.
Yes.
And, sir, uh, can you please explain like what is the difference between like trend analysis and ratio analysis?
Yes, trend analysis is just comparing one information with another. Okay, like of previous year, of previous quarter.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so this is trend analysis. Ratio analysis, when you calculate ratios like net profit upon sales ratio and compare it with of prior periods, or GP upon sales upon, or debtors upon sales. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Parth.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Parth over here.
Yes,
Actually,
yes, Parth.
sir, I'm having a doubt which is not related to the subject, but overall related to the course. So, may I go for it?
Yeah, Parth, you can ask, but if I would be knowing, I would be able to answer. Okay.
Like I needed a help. Like I just got to know about these batches which are running on now. So I have
Yes.
missed a lot. So what you would suggest me for attending, for attending the subject, particularly audit, what should I do?
Now, if you have not seen the live lectures, then these recorded lectures are also available
Yeah.
in your ID. So you can watch
Okay.
those recorded lectures, and
Yeah.
obviously, and then try to read your module, and then in this way you can build it up. So obviously it is not comfortable for many students to attend live lectures, so many students watch recorded lectures. It is fairly common.
No, no, like I agree that, but the fact is like now I can attend the live lectures on a timely basis. So what should I do? So
No,
first should
no,
I
but
complete it?
since our course has progressed to a considerable extent, say we have completed today chapter 4. So
Okay.
after completing chapter 5, we would be done with at least 55, more than 55% of the syllabus.
But yeah,
Okay. So if you do not know much about chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, you won't be able to understand further chapters, because subsequent chapters are related to chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. So I agree. Like, thank you for your suggestion. And I have one doubt that if I completed the recording lectures and if I get any other doubts in behind that, so should I ask you in your other lectures?
Yes, you can ask if we will try to resolve your queries. But
Okay.
if you ask every nitty-gritty thing, then it won't
No,
be
no, no,
able.
no. No, no, sir.
I won't be able to do justice to that because it would be taking time and many students would be far ahead of you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, sir. I got it. I will ask those types of doubt in the last of the lecture. Will that work?
Yes, yes, definitely you can ask.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, Tambeshwari.
Kameshwari.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, random sampling in stratified sampling, can you explain, sir?
स्ट्रेटिफाइड सैम्पलिंग तांबेश्वरी, जैसे आपने कोई, मैंने आपको बताया था, आप एग्जाम्पल से समझ लीजिए। जैसे आपने देखा कि डेटर्स के बैलेंस जो है 1 रुपए से लेके 20 लाख रुपए तक के हैं, ठीक है। तो आप
Yes,
चाहते
sir.
हैं कि जो हाई वैल्यू के डेटर्स हैं वो मैं सारे वेरीफाई कर लूं, तो आप डेटर्स को आप 4 पार्ट्स में, 5 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर लेते हैं कि 15 लाख से 20 लाख तक की एक क्लास बना ली आपने, 10 लाख से 15 लाख तक की एक क्लास बना ली, और 7.5 लाख से 10 लाख की क्लास बना ली। आप जैसे मर्जी बना सकते हो। और 15 से 20 लाख तक के आपने सारे चेक कर लिए, ठीक है। और से 10 से 15 तक के आपने 50% चेक कर लिए। तो इसलिए जो आप हाई वैल्यू आइटम्स हैं वो आप सारे चेक कर सकते हो, और जिनमें ज्यादा मिस स्टेटमेंट के चांस हैं वो आइटम्स, वो पोर्शन आपका सारा चेक हो जाएगा, जिससे कि आपकी ऑडिट एफिशिएंसी इंक्रीज होती है। ये स्ट्रेटिफिकेशन का मतलब है।
Yes, sir. समझ आ गया,
ठीक
sir.
है, ठीक है।
Yes.
Yes, Ritika, you are asking something, probably.
Sir, good evening. Sir, I
Yes,
wanted to know that we need to learn the standard's name with the number.
yes, yes, definitely.
So, should we
You
have the list of it and learn it?
Yes, if you want the list, actually, if you see my previous recorded lectures of May 24, these are also available in your IDs. Okay, if you see my first lecture, so I had given a list of all those standards sequentially,
For May
and
20.
yeah, for May 24, I had shown you a list of standards. And if you want to see, there is a list. If you go on the ICAI website, and in the resources section, in the resources tab, there is again a tab would open for engagement and quality control standards. Okay.
Yes.
So all the standards, name of the all standards would come to you sequentially.
Okay, sir, you have uploaded the list. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Yes, anybody else?
Sir, can you
Yes.
start in Zoom chat, sir? Because in this BOS portal network issue reason not
No,
place
as
your
actually Tambeshwari Zoom chat for a faculty to reply to one set of queries which are coming through Zoom and another set of queries which are coming through BOS portal. So obviously it is not that comfortable. Okay, and one is also delivering the lecture also. So that is why I am asking you to send your queries by one medium, that is through BOS portal. Okay. Yes, anybody else? So no query, guys. So guys, I hope now that at least you have got at least 50-60% understanding of this chapter 4. And even if you have got this much understanding, I think that would be great. Now rest is upon your shoulders. You have to sit, you have to devote 4 or 5 days, rather about a week to this chapter, because this is one of the lengthiest chapter, about 150 pages. And you should learn about different terms, about different requirements of different essays, which we have discussed. 6-7 essays are there in this chapter number 4. And overall, as the name suggests, this chapter is very, very important. Okay. So thanks for participating in interactive session and raising your queries. Do give your feedback, guys, on your portal. And my best wishes. So we'll meet again on 5th for a new chapter, that is chapter 5, audit of financial statements. Till then, guys, happy Diwali. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. Thank you, guys. Thank you.